Welcome to PrepsNet Coach Speak with Gardendale Rockets head basketball coach Chris Berry. Here's your host, Aubrey Johnson.
Welcome in, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, so last Tuesday you played Pinson Valley.
Mm-hmm.
You lost that game 80-49. Take us through that night.
It was obviously a tough night. Pinson
Right.
really got rolling offensively early, and just, you know, they were scoring the ball in a lot of ways from behind the arc. They were scoring at the rim. We just really had no answer defensively to be able to slow them down.
Right.
You know, we would contain the ball a little bit, and they would make shots, and then when we don't contain, they get to the rim. So it was a tough night for us to match up on the defensive end, and we didn't score it very well offensively either. So it was one of those nights that, you know, you look back on with a young team. I think we're going to remember these nights, and we've had several of these over the last couple of weeks that I think will help our guys as we move forward, just being in environments like that, because that's a tough place to play, and they play really well there. But two of our sophomores stepped up in a big way, and they're starting to come around on both ends, defensively and offensively. Cody Coachman had 11 points, and Braylon Hurt had 8 points. And they're both guys that are sophomores, like I said, and we're counting on big things from them down the stretch and moving into next year. So it's good to kind of throw those guys in the fire, so to speak, and just to kind of allow them to get some experience at that level. And, you know, I think they responded well, and they'll be even better the next time we play them.
Right. So then on Friday, another tough loss to Clay-Chalkville. Give us an overview of that game.
Yeah, well, Clay, I mean, like Pinson, I mean, we talked about it, I think, on our last show, just how good we feel that our area is in terms of the talent level at both Clay and Pinson. But they were just a matchup nightmare for us. Their length, their strength around the rim, we just had no answer for. They're really athletic. They defended us well. So we had a tough time getting anything going offensively. And then obviously being able to limit their possessions by giving them only one shot. You know, when a team shoots it, gets another one, shoots it, gets another one. Chances of them scoring one pretty high. So that's kind of how the night went. You know, if they didn't make the first one, then they're getting another one right at the rim with an offensive rebound. So that's something that we're working really hard to clean up and get better at. And that's something that strength in the off season is going to be a priority with our guys. You know, getting in that weight room and understanding how to use our body to be able to rebound the ball against physical teams like Clay. But again, our two sophomores, Cody Coachman and Braylon Hurt, both led us in scoring again. Nice. Cody had 13, Braylon Hurt had 9 points and 6 rebounds.
Wow. Good deal. So it bears mentioning, I mean, they are a very good team, and they're pretty highly ranked right now. Right. So that makes a difference.
Yeah, both Clay and Pinson, you know, they're contenders to win a 6A state championship, and they played last night, and I think Pinson knocked them off, so they've kind of split this season. Okay. But they're both extremely talented teams that are really tough to deal with.
Sure. All right. So then tonight you travel to Pleasant Grove. You played them early in the season. I think it may have been the second game. So you haven't seen them in a while. What do you expect to see this time, you think?
I think it'll be totally different teams. I'd like to think that we're a lot better than we were in game 2, but, you know, I think they probably are too at that point. I think they were still in the football playoffs, so we were watching film yesterday, and you know, we saw at least 5 guys who did not play the first time that we played them. So anytime you're adding athletes like they have over there, it's going to make tonight's matchup a lot tougher. Yeah. And that's a tough place to play on the road on a Tuesday night. So we're going to have to definitely be ready to play because we did win here, and I think we ended up winning here by about 14. So to be able to do that on the road tonight is going to be a tough task. So we've got to be ready to play for sure.
For sure. So Thursday night you travel again, this time to Leeds. You two met back on December 12th, and what did you take away from that first meeting that you might be able to apply tonight?
Yeah, well, it was a one-possession game late. They ended up beating us, I think, 4. We had Braylon Hurt, a sophomore, go down early in the fourth quarter. I think when the game was tied, he went out with a concussion and missed about 5 games after that. Right. So losing him late in the game, I think, definitely did not help us in regards to the outcome. But again, just like the Pleasant Grove game, that was early December. I think we're 2 totally different teams now that, you know, I know they've reeled off a lot of wins lately. They're a contender in 5A. Last I checked, they were maybe a top 5 team in 5A basketball. So definitely have our work cut out for us Thursday night at Leeds.
Right. Good deal. So Friday is your final regular season game. We're here already, Coach. It's amazing. This time it's also senior night, big deal for them, and it's against Athens. Tell us about this team and what you think you'll expect.
Yeah, well, first, it being senior night, that is a big deal. We have 3 seniors that have meant a lot to our basketball program: Nehemiah Handy, Braylon Henry, and Trey Crawford. They're 3 guys that are outstanding young men who that we'll recognize before our game and honor those guys and all that they've given to Gardendale basketball. So hopefully the game, we played Athens back in December, and they beat us up pretty good there. So hopefully that we can send these seniors out the right way and play really well. And we've got youth basketball. We have a little dribble club here in the city of Gardendale, so the youth will be there performing at halftime. The dance team's coming, so we're hoping that all that extra festivities will bring a great crowd and hopefully make it a great night for high school basketball this Friday night.
Good deal. Next Monday, the 3rd, we'll begin the area tournament. Do you know who you're going to meet first?
Yes, we actually had our meeting today. So the deadline to have your area records and rosters and all that submitted today was 10 a.m. So we will be playing Pinson Valley.
Okay.
Pinson and Clay, I talked about, they split last night. So it came down to a coin flip. That's how they decide these things, is the flip of a coin. So Pinson lost the coin flip, which means Clay is the number 1 seed. So we will play Pinson in a 2-3 game on Monday at 6 o'clock at Pinson Valley.
Okay, so we look forward to seeing how things finish up here at the end, Coach. We appreciate your time. That's our show. We appreciate yours, and we certainly appreciate you out in the audience. Join us again next week for another Gardendale version of Coach Speak.